Hey guys, what's going on? Adam Rounisto here for day number 16. Did you know that there's 4 different things that you could do every single day in just about an hour every day? That if you do these, you will literally never fall off track with your goals or with anything that you're doing. Literally just 4 things and you'll be able to just keep going like a charging rhino and you won't have to go backwards and worry about stopping. Let me start off with a story real quick. Imagine for a moment that you're walking through the woods and you see a guy just hacking away at a tree, and he's got this big old saw and he's just trying to cutting it down. He looks exhausted. You go up to him and you say, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's frustrated because obviously he's cutting down a tree, and he gives you a frustrated response and says, "I'm cutting a tree." It's like, "How long have you been here? You look exhausted." "Yeah, man, I'm beat. I've been doing this for 5 hours." And you suggest real quick, "Well, you know, I bet if you just go ahead and sharpen your saw, you'd probably be able to go a little bit faster." And then he replies with something along the lines of, "I don't have time to sharpen my saw because I gotta cut this tree down." You know, this is ridiculous thinking, but this is what we do every single day. Instead of taking a little bit of time to sharpen our tools, we just overuse them until they either break or, you know, something even worse. We end up falling off track. There's 4 particular things that you can do to maintain yourself, so you don't have to worry about having to be reactive. And you know, everything that's proactive, like a quadrant 2 kind of activity, something that's going to take your effort to do, and it's not urgent, so it's going to be something that you're going to be struggling through to start doing. But being proactive in these 4 different groups, you're going to significantly prevent terrible things from happening. So the first thing is your physical body. Preservation of self. Actually, these all are preservation of self, but the ability to preserve your body in the physical aspects, you know, do a little bit of exercise, eat proper foods. If you're going to eat like an asshole, then at least take some supplements, do some other things. And we're not talking about like extreme things, you know, strength building, cardio, things like that. You want to keep a balance within keeping yourself fit too, but just a little bit of exercise enough to make your blood pumping so your inspiration comes into you, and then that will be super preventative and super exciting. Second is the mental aspect of it. You know, a lot of the times when you get in that blah moment is because your mind's atrophying or experiencing atrophy. You know, we are forced to go to school for a long time and forced to learn every single day about things that we don't want to learn about, but this is very valuable because these are the things that are keeping your mind active and going. You can do one simple thing to stimulate your brain. You don't have to be reading every single day or do all these extravagant things. You could literally just take your non-dominant hand and start doing things with it. I know it sounds kind of a little dirty when I say that, especially when I pull out the hand like that. But I'm talking about like just basic activities. You know, start brushing your teeth with if you're right-handed, use your left hand. You know, just go around the house and turn off the light switch. Not just purposeful, but when you leave, like turn off the lights with your left hand. Just do a whole bunch of activities you would usually use your dominant hand for with your opposite hand, because automatically it's stimulating the opposite hemisphere of your brain, and that's going to cause actually inspiration. Yeah, it's going to cause you just extra stimulation in the brain, and that's super beneficial. But if you can, go ahead and read a book, go ahead and learn something new, learn a new skill or trade, because this is preservation of self, and this is going to keep you from going off to the mode. Another aspect is your spiritual aspect. We don't mean like regular like church going and stuff like that, because we're not talking about religion. When I say spiritual development, what I'm talking about is your contribution to like environment. You know, you could work at McDonald's and you're giving a contribution of some sort, but just being able to go out there and help somebody with something. And also identification of self, or identifying your core values, you know, really knowing who you are and the intrinsic value of yourself. The 4th aspect is your social emotional. Now what I mean by this is, yeah, interaction every single day. You know, it's pretty hard to avoid unless you are just inside all the time, and a lot of introverted people could keep inside their house all day. But going out there, getting that social interaction, and there was something else, I can't remember what it was. Social and emotional. Well, you get what I'm saying with that. But literally, each one of these tools need to be sharpened. And if you sharpen just a little bit, and you can take an hour to do all of it, literally. Like, you don't need to do anything extravagant, you know, just do a couple push-ups, run around the house or whatever. Well, probably not around the house, but you know what I'm saying. Just do things with your opposite hand if you have to get a little bit extra stimulation. Contribute somehow, you know. There's plenty of ways to do it. There's plenty of creative ways. And then just interaction on a regular basis. If you do these things consistently every single day, and you also have a vision and you can see where you're going, nothing's going to stop you. Literally, absolutely nothing is going to stop you, because you'll have that foundation where it'll just, you know, be solid. So that's a helpful hint for the day. I'll see you guys later, and go ahead and subscribe.